Right, welcome back. This will be part 5.5, I reckon. It'll just be a little update of what's going on with the kart, because it probably will be a little while until part 6 comes out. So what I'll go over first is essentially everything that broke during the test drive. The first thing would be the chain tensioner in here. This weld was never completed, so it just bent. That was a stupid error on my part, but that should be an easy fix. The next thing would be the wheels. So essentially the way the hubs work at the moment, it just uses these bolts to clamp it down on the axle, which stops, and there's also a keyway that stops it spinning around this way on the axle, but there's nothing to stop it going this way. And that's essentially what happened with that wheel over there, is that the wheel moved inwards in a turn, then the key fell out, and that wheel was just completely useless. So what I'm going to do is set up something like this. I'll just have this bolt going straight into the axle, so that'll stop it moving left and right along the axle. And I'll probably set up grub screws on the other things, because these axles moved over a couple of mil. And the other thing is, well, it didn't really break. They never really worked in the first place, was the brakes. I think it was partially the Chinese master cylinders I had on there, especially with these big calipers on the back. These were off the original MT-09. So the little go-kart caliper master cylinder I had didn't really power it. So I have a spare Brembo RCS 19 in there to test it at the moment, and it works fine with the big calipers on the back, though this one isn't quite mounted square, so it doesn't quite work properly. And the front brakes, they might just be seized up, I'm not sure, but I'll probably get a second master cylinder as well, so that way it can power front and back, and then I can adjust the sensitivity front and back as well. So another thing that broke was the little coin basket on the back that was catching the 10-cent coins fell off. So I can't collect my profits from running the go-kart. So that's really taken a big blow to the hip pocket. So those are all pretty easy fixes. But what's really taken the longest is I want to make the kart a bit safer and a bit more like a normal vehicle, so I could take it out to a proper event or something, out to an actual racetrack and test it properly. But obviously it has to comply to some safety standards. The first one of those safety things would definitely be a door. As you can see, I've started making one already. I cut this bit of the roof out, and we'll be making a full door like this. I've made a mold for it already. I'm just waiting for some more materials to do it, but it will be a gull wing door, so it'll open up, and because I've cut this bit out of the roof, it'll make it nice and easy for me to slide in. Another thing would be a windscreen. Not quite a safety issue, because I will be wearing a helmet all the time, but I think it would complete the look, especially if I put the original eyes it had on there as well. So another thing the racetracks like you to have is a full exhaust system, not just a straight pipe. So at the moment it is just the headers, and it is exceptionally loud. So I will be making up a full system with a little muffler on there. And then as well, after I make the exhaust, I'll probably also get some air filters on here, and then actually get a tune on this. I did sell my quick shifter and auto blipper I had on here, so that way, because that one really wasn't working, so, and I'll go with one that's integrated in with like the piggyback ECU. And one more thing to add with the exhaust, I do want to learn to TIG weld, because this is a stainless steel set of headers, so I'd just like to have that skill. So that's another thing that I'm saving up for, is a nice TIG welder, so I can learn that process. And then I also want to learn to do aluminum, because at the moment the radiator is right in here, just behind the seat and between the engine, and there's no firewall, so there's a big danger to me as well. So hopefully when I learn to weld aluminum, I can make some piping and have a side mount radiator, or maybe a rear mount. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, so that's really what's taking the longest, is taking time for me to save up to get those parts. Like at the moment I am trying to get my bike ready for the 2021 race season, and that's taken a lot of the funds, but I will eventually get back around to this, and hopefully I can get it up and running real nice. We'll chuck it on the dyno, we'll get it tuned up, and then we'll head out to a racetrack. If that's the drag strip or a circuit, I don't know yet, but it'll be fun either way, and hopefully I can get it out soon.